Hey guys, Jack Joss is here. Right now, I'm at the Landscapes 2019 show at the GIE Expo with Brandon Serpent from Three Bears Landscaping in Minnesota. And I was just editing a video of you because I'm going to share this amazing sales tactic that Brandon's using in my Landscaper's Guide to Sales and Marketing presentation.
It's a show about social media. It's a show about business folk. It's a show about internet marketing in the form of a video.
Brandon just popped in and I couldn't believe it. So tell us, first of all, you guys charge for the first meeting with people,
yeah,
right?
We charge $50 for a consultation.
You charge $50 for a consultation, and a lot of landscapers are like, oh, that'll scare everyone away, it won't work. And I noticed I was geeking out on your website on the way here, because I'm like, I hope he's still doing this, that you've shifted it. You still offer that they can book that paid call, but you're actually going for a pre-qualifying phone call.
Right.
Because even when you were charging for this $50 meeting, you were still getting so many leads that you couldn't handle it all. Is that right?
That's correct. And then I also broke it down to have design and build and landscaping as an option. And you're hoping to sell more of your enhancements and your non-design build there, even though the public might not understand that. But then the design and build clients, if I saw a consult book there, I knew on that sales call I was going to go sell a design. With our estimating process, it's more about selling the design first and the estimates second. So you want to qualify the client first, you want them to buy into your product, and then ultimately they're a client that wants you versus the price tag. So they're not looking to have the job for 12, they're looking for Three Bears to install it no matter what the price is. So then the pre-qualifying thing is we run through budgets. What are you looking to do? Where are you looking at having it done? And then I can kind of generally tell them what that's gonna cost. And if I think that it's gonna cost 15 and they're at 5, I'm like, we're probably not a good fit. But if it's gonna cost 15 and they say their budget's at 15 to 20, I know it's gonna be worth my time. So then I do email, next steps, I give them that consultation link, and then we go. So in that pre-phone consultation call, we go through budgeting, we go through this is what I can do for you, images, so here's a few materials that we use, that kind of stuff. And so we tackle a lot of things.
You're pre-qualifying, and then you're charging them, and then you go and meet with them, and then you also charge for design too, right?
Yep. And then one thing I do tell them on the phone, which is helpful, is I do reimburse the 50 on the design. I don't reimburse the 50 if it's a non-design and build, because it's a lot more admin work and a lot more prep for us to get those jobs ready to go.
I love this, Brandon. So I know that there are people watching right now, they're like, well, my customers wouldn't do that because they're affluent, or I do design build or whatever, but you do design build. You do high-end projects with affluent homeowners, and you have no problem doing this.
No.
So it works, folks. Yep. And what's the impact been on your business since you started charging for this and since you've kind of evolved this sales process?
Well, we get to play our own game, and we get to pick the clients that we want, and we also get to kind of do what we want, but that all goes back into 5-star reviews. So we're still the highest rated, and we still, now we're getting bigger jobs. When we were talking last year, I think our ranges were like 20 to 30. Now we're hitting 40s to 60s to 70s. Next year, we're probably going to be hitting the 100K range. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
I'm really excited to hear that growth and keep in touch with you. What else are you doing for marketing? Or is it like, what are you doing?
I'm just making sure our brand is good, making sure all of our apparel looks good for all of our crews. Our trucks look good. Our trailers are branded right. We're doing gift boxes now. So we have a really nice mug, t-shirt. We do 2 yards of guard maintenance for free on us to show them how beneficial that is if we don't sell the guard maintenance package to them. We're doing.
Tell me more about that. What does that mean?
The guard maintenance?
Yeah.
Oh, just taking care of your beds, right? Your hand weeding visits, your mulching, your preening your beds, your pre-emergence, replacing shrubs, and you're trying to get
So you guys come out twice?
Monthly. I mean, it depends on the package. Really, it's about revenue. You're trying to sell about 15 to 20 man hours, and you're trying to sell about 1,500 up to $2,000 per client per year.
Right. And so you're saying that you come out and do 2
spring cleanups, fall cleanups,
okay,
right?
So you do that for free?
Yeah. No, this is the gift certificate. It's just 2 man hours of hand weeding.
Oh, okay, 2 hours.
I thought you meant.
I thought you meant 2. You're coming out twice.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, man, that's a lot.
No.
Yeah, that's.
And that's just us saying hello. Hey, here's a quarter of your bed, hand weeded. Everything's cool. gosh, that was nice when Three Bears was here. I wish I could have that again.
For
you know
sure.
what? I'm going to have them do our hand weeding next week.
Great. So you're just coming out,
Yep.
and do you schedule that when you're wrapping up the project to be like, hey, or do you just, how do you kind of coordinate
It's
that?
very new right now, so we haven't had anyone actually do that yet. I feel like that will happen next spring. But the gift box is cool because it's got Three Bears tape on it. It's all packaged Three Bears style. And man, when they open that up, they are like in awe. But you know, we get really nice high quality mugs that are made locally. I just printed beer mugs with our logo on it.
Nice.
We're going to do our first annual October Festival for
really?
customer appreciation.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So we invite like all of our awesome clients, and like that's going to be happening at the end of the month. And it's all Oktoberfest themed, and so obviously giving back is really important because that's going to keep getting them to retain to want to do more with you.
Absolutely. And tell us real quick, what is the story of Three Bears Landscaping?
Yeah,
How did you get that name?
Well, yeah, it was originally just a fishing spot up in northern Canada and Ontario at Eagle Lake. And it was just a...
Don't tell people where it is.
It's very nice for fishing. Big rock, medium rock, small rock, Three Bears was on the map. You cast, you had fun. A few years later, I was cleaning some kennels. I was in the dog world before this, so I owned a dog walking business. And Three Bears was in my mind, and I splattered some bleach on my sweatshirt, and sure enough, it was that same rock face. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then at the time when I started my business, my wife was pregnant. So we're like, oh yeah, Mama Bear, Papa Bear, we got Little Bear. And then recently we just had a daughter. She'll be 1 on Halloween, and she's Goldilocks. So now if you go to my website, it's the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So it's a lot of fun. It's just a brand. It's fun, right? It's a story.
Yeah. We were just chatting about traction because I was mentioning you were mentioning letting bad clients go, right? And they mentioned we just read the book again like the 4th time as a company, and it talks about 36 hours of pain, which is when you need to let an employee go, which it hurts for 36 hours and then it feels better. But tell us, like, how do you implement traction at your landscape company?
Yeah, the only thing that we're doing right now is level 10 meetings, focus meetings for 90 minutes, keeping the timer on and making sure you're getting everything done that you need to get done. I could lay into it more. I would go on YouTube and look at some of the videos, but really it's identifying problems, putting them in the IDS, and then solving those problems. It seemed like before we were just having 90 minutes of we didn't know what just happened.
Right.
Now it's 90 minutes of like, yep, we got it. I will see you guys next week, and then we'll implement from there. We've taken that, so we call our foremen supers because they're supervisors. And so we have our supers meeting on Thursdays, and we don't really do a structured level 10, but we still put an agenda together, put the timer on, and it's been amazing on the production that we get from it. It's really setting a timer and having an agenda and sticking to it.
Yeah, so we use a Google Doc, and everyone needs to update it before the meeting. And so then everyone comes, and we've had laser focused meetings. The other thing that we've implemented at Ramblin Jackson is the scorecard. And the scorecard is really good. And so one of the things that we've done that's really similar to like a landscape installation is that we created really clear standards for on time, on budget, happy client. We use Net Promoter Score to measure that. And then I have quality standards that are really clear and in writing. And once we started doing that and measuring every project, we've gotten it above. Our goal was 80%. We just broke past that. So
I would, since you talked about Net Promoter Score, we all have ours, and one of mine is there's this company called it's a local source company. It's kind of like your Yelp and Google, but basically they send me a monthly summary on how my internet NPS is, and right now we're at 99.5 out of 100 because we have so many 5-star reviews. So like my Net Promoter Score for that could be a plus 90, right? I think most owners would be happy with plus 80. But if you're below that, I would be like, well, you know, your clients aren't happy and something's wrong.
Well, so here's one thing for you and for other people. If it's collecting it from third-party sources like Google, Yelp, Facebook, that's helpful for your online review average, but 40% of people will respond to a first-party review, meaning like it's like they don't have to create a profile on Google or whatever, but only 10% will reply on those third-party ones. So when you get the first-party data, you get more of the truth. You get more of like, well, I'm kind of embarrassed to give you a bad review, but since this is you collecting it, I'm going to give you a 6, and here's a comment why. So we started using that, and I found that it helps us and our clients get more of the truth. Whereas the online reviews they're true, they're really happy people. And like part of what I'm craving as the business owner is like, okay, well, where are we actually not doing 5-star work? And the NPS has been helpful. And for maintenance clients, so like we work with people ongoing. For you, if it's maintenance, we ask them regularly, and now I can pick up the phone and be like, hey, Brandon, I saw you gave us a 6. Like, what's up, man?
Yeah.
And then we can survey you again and see, okay, we moved it to an 8 with Brandon, and here are the things that we need to keep.
Yep.
You know, so that's how we're using it.
I think lastly, just to make it clear, when people are if you feel like you're a cash grabbing business, the $50 console fee, the $800 design fee up front, the $500 down, which is your money, non-refundable, right? I'm saying all those things. I'll tell them this. I'll say, listen, I'll give you 3 references. I'll give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm gonna give you 3 scenarios because I tell them I'm a human being. I make mistakes. And I want you to understand that when I made mistakes, we outcame those and we made the client completely happy because we have Papa's guarantee. And so,
I like that.
And so when I say that, I'm confirming that your money is going to be well spent no matter what.
Good.
And I think that's really important because if you just sit there and you're just kind of elaborating about how awesome your business is, talk about how you've been in some issues that were bad.
Right, and that's one of the cool things about back to the Net Promoter Score and collecting that first party. You put the bad reviews up on your website, and then you show people your public reply, and they can reply. So, yeah. So, anyways, I really like it.
Yeah, it's
cool.
called truth, right? It's being truthful,
right? And we're all going to screw up, and what really matters is what do we do when we screw up? How do we treat people? How do we follow up with them? How do we make it right for them? And
that's what it matters. And in the landscaping world with contractors, we can get a bad rep sometimes, and I see it all over, but I tell them you'll never have to deal that with Blue Bears.
Cool. Well, Brandon, hey man, it's been a real pleasure interviewing you again. And tell us, where can we learn more about you?
Yeah, we're based out of Minneapolis, 3bearslandscaping.com. Call my office number anytime. Ask for Papa Bear. I will always return your call.
All right, Papa Bear.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this interview.
All right, man.
All right, folks, there you have it. So check out what Brandon's doing and start charging for what you're worth. You'll attract better clients, you'll get better profit, and you'll just run a better enterprise. Thanks for checking out this video, and learn more at ramblinjackson.com, where you can get a free copy of my book, Get Found Online, which is chock full of other marketing tips to help you grow your landscape company.
It's a show about social media. It's a show about business folk. It's a show about internet marketing in the form of a video.